Hey, good day there. How things going on this Wednesday? A little late. I had to wait for some yard equipment outside to finish up. Otherwise, I didn't know if I was going to pick up on the microphone, so I figured, let me just wait a few minutes. This is David talking about balancing the triad, body, mind, spirit. Use those to improve your health, wellness, and fitness. So an idea came up to me. It's almost always on my mind, and read on the quote I seen today. But the idea is, do you let your old age dictate what you do for your fitness? A lot of times people think, my age, I'm starting to get up there a little bit. I need to start slowing down. And you start doing this. I'm going to call bull on that one. No, you don't stop exercising because you get old or you age. You age because you stop exercising. No, age has nothing to do with it. Now, are there some things you may have to adapt? Yes. There may be some things you can't necessarily quite do to the full capacity that you did when you were younger. But that's just slight adjustments. I got some buddies that are a decade older than I am. One of them does a lot of cycling, also lifts weight, and he can ride circles around me completely. He's always been like that. He's always very muscular, always veiny. It's like, why can't I have that look? Just it's the way his body goes through. But yeah, he can ride circles around with you a decade ahead of me. Another buddy, decade ahead of me, runs a lot. And he can run circles around me by many times. I don't like running. I don't too much. So it depends what you do. I got a friend that's been a cyclist. She just went over a big event this past weekend. And she's a few years ahead of me. Did incredible well for her. She did a pro category. Placed 10th out of it, and she was the oldest one in the class. And then I've also watched, as far as the women's category, there was a woman that was over a decade plus older than her that did quite a bit better than her. And I got a Facebook group I'm part, a couple Facebook groups, which are all 40 and over. They won't let me join 50 yet, since I'm not quite there. But I'm looking at these pictures and realizing, man, it's one of the things that just inspires me. If you've watched my videos before, I've talked about this, is when I was in college, I did research papers on aging and exercise. I would go through and find out what were the documented research studies, what happens when we work exercise, what does it do to our bodies, how does it affect it? And it's been stuck in my head since then. It's something that's always there. It's one of the reasons I work out. It's one of the reasons why I train. I know, I heard me talk about this too, when I did Tough Mudder, done Tough Mudder twice up in Tahoe. Well, it's in Truckee. It's called the Tahoe Tough Mudder. It's one of the hardest ones because of the altitude. First year I did it, had a blast, had a bunch of family members. Second year did a bunch of family members as well. Only for whatever reason though, after the first obstacle, my calf cramped on me. Hit the water, my calf cramped on me. So I had problems with that the rest of the time. I'm still not for sure what the hell happened. But that definitely hampered my physical ability. And of course, I'm able to do the run. I got the strength to pull myself up, do things, but yet I'm also helping other family members up over obstacles. It was the first time I remember going through and going, man, let me take a shot of water here. Man. Before I'd work with these exercises and I'd go through the training and say, okay, these are my cousins I'm going with. But then also I'm going, I'm over a decade older than these guys. And the first time my age fit me. And of course, I had some of my relatives that were a couple of decades ahead of me. But yeah, but it all has to do with what you choose to do, the lifestyle you choose to live. Do you choose to eat healthier foods? Do you choose to exercise? All those play a factor. Do you choose at least to be physically active, going for a walk, or do you decide to sit around and not do anything? It's all a choice. But yeah, age is absolutely just a number. You got your chronological age and biological age, and we're actually talking about biological age, how old your body is, which you can, physical activity, the exercise, how you take care of yourself, can actually start to slow down, possibly reverse a little bit that clock. I'm pretty the challenge before is look up your age and say 51 and fit, 47 and fit, 55 and 66 and fit, or just 40s and fit, 50s and fit, and look at one Cubs and up. Do a search for that. You can look for pictures as well, and you'll find people that are older, same age as you and older, that are still incredibly physically safe. And a lot of them, some of them have been active most of their life. Other ones haven't started till they were their 40s, 50s, 60s, or even 70s. They haven't started getting physically fit until then. They haven't started taking exercise seriously until then. And you look at the changes, it's like, oh, wow, this is incredible. I love this. In my Facebook group, which you'll find a link to that in the description, one of the sections I have up in the guides is age is just a number. And do that. I have links to articles and or videos showing people that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, and what their conditioning is. And I find it just absolutely phenomenal. But if you let your old age, I'm putting that in quotation marks, absolutely, dictate what you do for fitness, it's going to be up here. It's going to be up here. Now, again, as I said at the beginning of this, you may have to modify things. Now, if you're doing weightlifting, you probably don't want to lift the same heavy weights you did before. Not to mention the toll it's going to take on your joints. What are your fitness levels at right now? Sometimes, hey, go to a doctor, get a physical, make sure you're good to go. And with weightlifting, yeah, be careful because you don't want to put too much stress on those joints to go through. I mean, there's plenty of aspects out there. I know several training programs have come up in the last 6 months or so. Al Cavallo came out with a training program for 40 and over. Can't remember the name of the book. Has to do with being open. Zach Evans, you hear me talk about it. He just got a program for 40 and over. And it's adapting those things to realize we can adapt this, but yet you can still be physically strong. You can still be physically fit, athletic. I look at some of the calisthenic moves that some of the older, quote unquote, older guys are doing, and the physiques they have, and go, not even close. But yeah, realize your age doesn't have to dictate what you do for fitness. Adapt some things, most likely, but still keep going. Look at all the master athletes. Some people don't like to claim that title. Hey, your age is what your age are. Just because your chronological age says you're 40, 50, 60 years old, your body can be younger. You can still compete with people half your age. Don't let that age that you are kind of put you back or make you kind of poo-poo and put it away. Accept what you are. Embrace it. Say, look, I'm this old now. Here's what I've done. Here's what I can do. And keep going for it. So go through and take those activities. Have fun with it. And realize you can still have some of the best years ahead of you. And it's one of the things I like to do is go through. Now, you're not guaranteed to add years to your life. We can't necessarily guarantee that you're going to live longer. Though, good chance. However, you're most likely to add life to your years, which means whatever time you get left, you have more life, you have more vitality, you can do more things with the time you have left. So realize, that's one of the things you look in here. I want to make sure you can realize there's things you can do to take care of your health, wellness, and fitness your way, what fits into your life. And there's ways might have to adapt it there, but also let's redefine what aging. Look those numbers up. Just do a quick search. Look at your age and fit and see what comes up. You might be surprised at some of the people you find. All right, have fun with that. Think about what you're going to do today. Keep yourself going, and we'll catch you tomorrow. So take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.